Hi guys, it's Chrissie and welcome back to the channel. Now today we're going to be doing something super exciting. I am actually very excited about this and I don't really know why. But yeah, so today we're going to be doing a base game only family home, and I've never done something like this on my channel. I think I have done one or two base game plus a certain stuff pack or game pack or expansion pack before. But I've never done just a base game, a purely base game build on my channel. And I actually now know why I haven't done it before. And that's because I was losing my mind while doing this. I kept looking for certain objects and then I remembered that, oh yeah, you can't use that. It's not base game. So I don't know, I guess I've just gotten so used to just using anything since I do have all of the packs. So I've gotten just so used to, you know, just going in and building with whatever I want that, you know, when you go in and you set yourself certain restrictions, it's like, well, where did this item go? Or where did that item go? Or, you know, I had this certain item in mind and then I couldn't find it, and then I realized because, oh, I do have the build and buy filtered by only base game, so that's why I can't find it. But yeah, I was losing my mind halfway through this build, especially with the kitchen. I kept going and searching for certain decorating objects that came from, I think it was Cool Kitchen. I use a lot of that in my kitchens. And yeah, I just couldn't find what I was looking for, so it took me quite a while. I think this build actually took me like 3 hours, which was insane. But yeah, so I started this out wanting to do a small family home because I knew I was going to have a little bit of trouble with just doing a just base game. And so I thought, well, I'll go in and do maybe like a 2 or 3 bedroom house, you know, maybe just one story. And yeah, in the end I ended up with this thing and it's actually 5 bedrooms and 3.5 bathrooms because I have a serious problem with building large lots. I just can't build small things to save my life. But yeah, so this is built on a 30 by 20 lot in Willow Creek, and it costs about 190,000 simoleons. So I mean, it's not that expensive, but it is expensive. But yeah, so this is completely base game, as I said, and it's already up on the gallery. I named it Base Game Family Home on the gallery. You can find it on my gallery page, which is ChrissieYork. The same as my name on here, just without the space, and also under the hashtag ChrissieYork, and that's all just one word as well. So this house has a master bedroom with an ensuite. It has a teenage girl's room, or I thought it would be for a teenage girl, an older teenage girl, maybe a recently turned young adult. Maybe she just became a young adult or something. And then it also has a toddler room on the upper floor, which could be for either a boy or a girl toddler. I didn't have a specific gender in mind when I built it. It's blue and green. And yeah, I didn't have that many options to pick from since it is base game only. So all the objects that I usually use for kids rooms are from either the toddler stuff pack, parenthood, or the kids room stuff pack. So since I couldn't use any of those, the children's bedrooms are a bit bare, or I don't know, my definition of bare anyway. But yeah, you know me, I like to clutter up every corner of every room. So for most of you this might be completely fine and this might have just enough clutter, but yeah, for me it was a bit bare. But I do still love how this house turned out. For some reason I'm actually completely in love with it. And I don't know, I think it's the shape of it or the roofing. I don't really know. I think it might be the roofing. I haven't done a rounded type of roof in a while, so I think that might be it. But yeah, so then we also have another teenager's room. I mean it could be for either a boy or a girl, but I had a boy in mind. and I thought he would be very into music and into bright, vibrant colors. And then we also have a child's bedroom next to it, which is again, very bright. The base game objects for kids and stuff tend to be very bright. They tend to have very primary colors, I've noticed. I noticed that when I did this build, they have rather primary colors like blue and red and yellow and, you know, orange and stuff like that. So the children's rooms are very bright. But so yeah, the child's room again could be for either a boy or a girl. I think, yeah, it was orange. It was very, very, very orange. But I actually like how that turned out, and like I mentioned in previous speed builds, I've recently developed a bit of an obsession when it comes to using orange for children's bedrooms. I don't really know why, but yeah, so I didn't really mind how that turned out. But yeah, so as I said, I had the hardest time in the kitchen, and that's why you'll see that I've almost finished the outside. I decided to do absolutely I decided to do everything on the outside first, like the landscaping and the detailing of the house and stuff like that. I usually don't do the landscaping first, but for this house at the beginning when I started this, I was kind of putting it off. I was kind of putting off having to start on the inside since I didn't have a specific theme or color scheme or anything for the house in mind yet. And that was just because I haven't built with just the base game in so long that I kind of forgot what was in the base game. I use base game objects all the time, but I never actually pay attention to, oh, this is from the base game, or this is from this pack or that pack. So when I wanted to kind of draw up an idea of this house in my head, I didn't know what I was going to do with it. But yeah, so I have cut out doing the layout of this house, and I also cut out doing the flooring and the wallpapers and the bathrooms. And the flooring and wallpapers I cut out since, as I said, I had no idea what I wanted to do with this house. I didn't know if I wanted it to be very neutral or very colorful or modern or traditional or anything like that. So I spent, I think, 30 to 45 minutes just going through, the layout, and after that doing the flooring and stuff like that. So it took me ages. And yeah, eventually, since I named this yellow base game family home, and since I made the windows and the siding on the outside yellow, I thought I would bring that into the inside as well as much as possible. So yeah, I went for this kind of cream colored wallpaper, and I start out using those counters, those very, I don't know, yellowish wood counters in the kitchen, but then I just couldn't find any other woods to match with it, which is an age-old debate when it comes to Sims builders with the build mode in the Sims 4, with there not being matching wood colors for objects, and it drives me absolutely insane. And I think this is basically the only time that I really miss creator style from the Sims 3, is when it comes to the wood colors, when it comes to not being able to match the woods, because you can have completely traditional items that even come from the same pack sometimes, or from the same pack, or it's in the same style or something like that, and then you get one object has 3 different colors of woods, and then the next object has 3 completely different shades of wood. So that drove me absolutely nuts. And yeah, for those cabinets, not the cabinets, for the counters and stuff, they come from base game, and the table I use obviously come from the base game as well. So you would think that they would have even slightly similar colors, but no, you don't get similar colors, because why would you? That just makes too much sense. So the table comes in, the closest thing to those wooden counters that I could get was either a very much lighter beige color, or a very, very orange color, which I absolutely hated. So I ended up just changing the cabinets, the counters in the kitchen to a very dark wood. And I do mix dark and light cream colored woods in this house. I don't know, I know some of you guys might not like that. Personally, I actually like the way that dark wood looks when it's combined with lighter woods in the same room even. I don't know, I like the contrast that it creates. So yeah, if you guys hate that, don't kill me. But yeah, so I did do that. So fair warning, if you don't like that, you might not like a lot of the rooms in this house. But luckily with The Sims 4, it's very easy to just change anything you want color wise. Since it's very easy to change the colors, you don't have to struggle with the color wheel or stuff like that to make it match. So there's that at least. But yeah, so as I said, I wanted to go for a yellow theme for this house. But when it came to doing the inside, I tried finding yellow objects, but everything in the base game that's yellow is just so, I don't know, bright. And I wanted a bit more of a, I don't know, not neutral, but more like a lighter pastel kind of yellow. And I just couldn't find anything like that in the base game. The closest I could get was some cream colors. And yeah, that just looked too bland to me to have everything be cream. So I went for some green accents in the main living areas like the kitchen and the living room and stuff like that. I used some green combined with the beige and the lighter woods and stuff. So I actually like how that turned out. That's something that I do have to admit. I don't use green a lot, and I noticed that when I started doing this build, when it came to choosing the colors and stuff, I noticed that a lot of the green swatches I haven't seen in ages. And that's because I realized I haven't been using green a lot at all. For some reason when I build, I tend to default to either neutral colors like beige and white and, you know, brown and black, or to blue. I use blue a lot, especially if it's a traditional build. And when it's modern builds, I tend to use blue or red or yellow a lot, but I actually never use green, or not that I can remember using anyway. So it was really nice using some green for a change and stuff. But yeah, something that I just wanted to talk about really quickly, but I might go off on a ramble. But yeah, so if you guys didn't watch my current household update that I did yesterday on Friday, that was the third update for my family farm history challenge. But if you guys didn't watch that, you probably wouldn't have heard me talk about this, so I'm just going to mention it again, since I know some of you guys just watch my builds. You might not watch my let's plays or stuff. So yeah, you will have heard me talking about moving a lot in my videos, and as I mentioned, I pre-recorded a lot so that when we were supposed to move, I would have videos to go up when we might not have internet, since our internet provider says that it can take up to 21 days to move our line to the new house, move our ADSL line to the new house so that we could have internet there. And so I wanted to pre-record in advance, 2 to 3 weeks in advance, so that, you know, I would have videos for you guys to go up even when I couldn't upload. But yeah, we were supposed to move at the end of April, and actually that completely fell through. The guy that told us he owned the house ended up actually not owning the house. He actually committed fraud, and he took off with 7,000 rand of our security deposit money that we gave him, since we thought he was the owner and he was going to rent us the house. And yeah, he took off with that. We will probably never see that money again, but that's beside the point. So anyway, we can't move into that house, so we're going to be moving at the end of May, and we're currently still looking for houses and stuff. But yeah, so we'll be moving at the end of May. But since I did pre-record basically, I don't know, up until the last week of May, I think. Yeah, I think I recorded 3 weeks in advance. So for the rest of the month, you guys will be getting videos of me maybe talking about how I'm moving or how I'm pre-recording, or being excited about the new house and stuff. So if I talk about moving in any of the videos for the rest of the month, or pre-recording or stuff like that, just ignore me. I don't want you guys to be confused, because I will be doing some not pre-recorded videos like this one, and like my current household update and stuff, kind of sprinkled in through the rest of the videos. So yeah, just so you guys know, just completely ignore that when I talk about pre-recording and stuff, since it's completely irrelevant right now. But yeah, so now I have videos basically for the whole month to go up 4 times a week, and now I have to pre-record again for the next month. Now I have to pre-record for June, since obviously we'll be moving at the end of May. And yeah, our internet provider, as I said, they say it can take up to 21 days to install our internet again, which, I don't know, that's completely pathetic in my opinion anyway. You guys will have to let me know if it takes that long where you are to move your line to get internet into your new house. But yeah, so I'm going to have to pre-record for at least 2 weeks again to go up in June, and I'm dreading it. I don't know why. It's not the recording part. I mean, I like building and stuff like that. I do that so often anyway that I always just record it now. But it's the editing and the voiceovers that get me down. I still live with my parents, so I can only really record when they're asleep at night. Hence why I'm recording this at 1 AM in the morning. So that's why I tend to sound very delirious in a lot of my videos. Not delirious, but very rambly, and I tend to lose my train of thought a lot. But yeah, so I can only really record when they've went to bed at night, or when they're not home. And neither my mom or I work, so we're at home all day, every day. So that's kind of hard sometimes, but so yeah. So I'm going to have to pre-record again, basically. And moral of the story, or point of the story, if you hear me talk about pre-recording in any other videos later this month, just ignore me. Just ignore me. And yeah, just ignore me and whatever. But yeah, so we're working on the toddler's bedroom right now. Getting back to the build. We're working on the toddler's bedroom, and we've done the master bedroom already. As I said, the toddler's bedroom is very gender neutral. It's yellow and blue and green, which those colors I personally don't associate with either gender. I actually don't associate blue with boys either, although I tend to use blue a lot in my boys' bedrooms for some reason. I think that's just, something you've been programmed with blue is for boys. Blue is for boys and pink is for girls. But when I actually put the effort into thinking about it, I don't really think that. But yeah, if I'm just building a generic house, I do tend to default to that. But as I said, you can use these rooms for any gender you want. The only room that I think might be a bit gender specific is this teenage girl's room, since it is very pastel pink, and I do add in a few girly items, or girly in my opinion anyway. But you can obviously use it for whatever gender you want. And yeah, I actually did something that I haven't done before, and I sized down those end tables and just raised objects up. I don't know, I really like the way they looked smaller, but it's really annoying when you try to place objects on top of them, on top of any end table if you sized it down, since they snap to the regular height. So that's kind of annoying. But I like them smaller. They look really cute, and they fit really well on either side of the bed. Oh my word, I'm just tripping over my words right now. This is why, take my advice, if you record voiceovers, do not do it at 1 AM in the morning after you've had an energy drink. Yeah, it doesn't work. It never works out well. But I don't have the time to do this voiceover again, so I'm just going to go with my insaneness and can't speak. But yeah, so I don't really have much else to say about this house. Let me know if you guys want to see more base game builds. I keep a book by me that I write down any video ideas that I have or that you guys give me, or any challenges that I see around, like on Twitter or something, that I want to try in the future. Build challenges, create a sim challenges, let's play challenges, all of that. So if you guys want to see me do another base game build, or I think I might do a base game plus build, a base game plus like one stuff pack. I think I'm going to do it one stuff pack, one game pack, and one expansion pack for the first one, I think, and then I might, do one stuff pack, do stuff packs, whatever. But let me know if you guys want to see another base game build. I really enjoyed this when I got over the whole, looking for certain objects that weren't there. But yeah, let me know if you want me to do another base game build, or if you have any suggestions for pack combinations that you'd like to see me do. So I think, yeah, as I said, I'm going to do the first one expansion, one game pack, and one stuff pack. So let me know your guys' favorite combinations of those three, and I will see what I can do with those. But yeah, we're almost at the end of the build, I think. We only have a few more minutes to go, and then the screenshots. But I hope you guys enjoyed this build. As I said, it was a lot of fun to do, and I don't know, it made me think out of the box a bit, and to use some decorating objects that I don't usually use, since I usually use other objects that I couldn't use in this one. So yeah, it was quite a lot of fun to just experiment with different objects and kind of remember what actually is in the packs, since I've forgotten that kind of as well, especially with the base game. I've kind of forgotten what is actually in the base game. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you like the build. And I post new videos 4 times a week. Currently I post them on Tuesdays, Thursdays, Saturdays and Sundays. So yeah, I will see you guys tomorrow again for another video, and I hope you guys are having a great day, and I will talk to you all again tomorrow. Bye guys.
Dream again. I'll tell you all my secrets.